Manchester City, the Premier League, in court. This has been happening for a very long time now. And I saw a news announcement the other day going over how Manchester City and the Premier League have reached a settlement, and I was ready to rage. I couldn't believe it. How have Manchester City got away with these 115 charges? This is corruption at its absolute finest. And then I read the fine print and find out it's got nothing to do with any of that. That is a completely separate case that we have still not heard a verdict on. I swear we were meant to get a verdict sometime, March, February this year? It's September, and they are still not revealing what's happened there. That is a separate case. This one is a very important one, not just for Man City, but also for other clubs in the Premier League. Newcastle United being one of those. Why? Let's have a look. Let's have a look at this, guys. Let's go through this settlement when it comes to the Premier League and Manchester City. Manchester City and the Premier League confirmed on Monday that they have reached a settlement to, quote, terminate their legal dispute over the league's associated party transaction rules. The joint statement issued by both parties read the following. The Premier League and Manchester City have reached a settlement in relation to the arbitration commenced by the club earlier this year concerning the Premier League's associated party transaction, APT rules, and as a result, the parties have agreed to terminate the proceedings. This settlement brings to an end the dispute between the parties regarding the APT rules. As part of the settlement, Manchester City accepts that the current APT rules are valid and binding. It has been agreed that neither the Premier League nor the club will be making any further comments about the matter. End quote. City had launched a legal challenge in February, arguing that amendments to the APT rules were unlawful. The rules had been updated in November 2023 after 16 of the 20 Premier League clubs voted in favour of tightening scrutiny on clubs receiving sponsorship deals and shareholder loans, with the aim of ensuring transactions are assessed at fair market value. Don't worry, we'll speak about that some more after we've got through this article, guys. After months of legal wrangling, both sides have now agreed to step away from the proceedings, bringing closure to the case. The settlement is unrelated to the separate case involving 115 charges levelled against Manchester City by the Premier League for alleged breaches of financial regulations. A hearing into those charges took place between September and December 2024. It started a whole year ago, and we still not heard anything. City, of course, deny the allegations, with their small army of lawyers backing them up. Pep Guardiola's side will return to league action on Sunday in the Manchester derby at the Etihad Stadium. They head into the fixture looking to recover from their worst start to a campaign since 2005-06, having lost 2 of their opening 3 Premier League matches. Don't worry, we'll be here to cover it all here on thefootballchronicle.com as always. I'll be putting out a little preview for this weekend's matches on Thursday, so stay tuned for that. But back to the matter at hand here, Manchester City and their APT rules. So essentially the Premier League was wanting to tighten these rules up. The allegations against Manchester City and other clubs, it must be noted, it's not just Manchester City you're accused of doing this, but the allegations basically relate to the club artificially inflating the sponsorship amounts for certain deals, when those deals are done by companies that also own the club themselves. So in the case of Manchester City, let's just take Etihad Airways, for example, which of course sponsor the stadium and are probably their official airline travel partner or something like that. Obviously, Etihad are owned by the UAE, Manchester City are owned by the United Arab Emirates as well. So in theory, Etihad Airways, they could just give Manchester City £1 billion for the sponsorship rights, because why not? You know, they might as well do, and that can then of course go towards FFP and PSR. And that's when things get a bit shady, because it is all but a loan in name at that point. Also, loans given by the owners themselves, the regulations around those have been tightened up. But a lot of Premier League clubs are wanting clarity. I think all the other 19 actually have written to the Premier League and Manchester City to say, look, we want to have some clarity about this. We want to know what this settlement involves. Cynics say it is nothing more than a bribe, but we may never find out what the actual reality reality of that situation is. But guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Have Manchester City done something wrong here? Have they cheated and gotten away with it? And when on earth are we going to find out about those 115 charges? We need to find this out. It's been so long. Honestly, at this point, I feel like they're just stalling and just waiting so everybody forgets about it. But people like me and you, we ain't going to forget about that, you know? Will Manchester City get any proper punishment for that? I don't think so. I think they'll probably get away with it. They'll just appeal it to death and it'll just keep on rumbling on forever, you know? And even if they give them a financial penalty, what's that? It's not, you could fine them £1 billion. Doesn't matter. It's chump change to them. It's nothing. But anyway, guys, let me know your thoughts about all this in the comments below. Like, share, comment, subscribe as always. Have a fantastic day wherever in the world today. See you very soon.